Hello, dear listeners. Welcome to English Podcast. You're in the right place to learn English through real conversations. I am very happy to be here with you today. My name is Lisa.
And hello, everyone. It is great to see you all. I am Robert. We are really excited about today's topic.
Yes, Robert. Today we have a very special topic. But before we tell you the topic, I want to ask you a question. Listeners, imagine this situation. Please close your eyes and imagine. You are in a different country. Maybe you are in London or maybe New York. You are in a shop. You want to buy a bottle of water. It is a very simple thing. You have the money, you know the English words, you know how to say, "Can I have water, please?"
It sounds very easy, right? Just a bottle of water.
Exactly. Ideally, it is easy, but in this situation, something happens. You walk to the person in the shop, you open your mouth to speak, but suddenly, silence. Nothing comes out. Your face becomes red. Your hands start to shake. Your heart beats very fast. Boom, boom, boom. You feel hot. You feel scared. You forget the word water. You forget your name. You just want to run away. Robert, be honest with me. Did you ever feel this?
Oh, Lisa, did I feel this? I felt this 1,000 times. I think everyone knows this feeling. It is a terrible feeling. You feel small. You feel like a child.
Yes, exactly. You feel helpless. And that is our topic for today. Today, we are talking about how to speak English without fear. We want to help you break this wall. We want to help you speak freely.
This is the most important topic for language learners. We are not talking about grammar rules today. We are not talking about lists of vocabulary. We are talking about emotions. We are talking about psychology. Because, Lisa, fear is the biggest problem. Fear stops people more than grammar.
I agree completely. I have a friend, her name is Sarah. She knows English grammar perfectly. She can write amazing emails. She reads books in English. But when she tries to speak to a tourist, she freezes. She cannot say a word. Why does this happen, Robert? Why is speaking so scary?
That is the big question. Why? I think there are a few reasons. The first reason is perfectionism. Do you know this word, listeners? Perfectionism means you want to be perfect, 100% perfect. You think if I make a mistake, it is a disaster.
Oh, yes, the fear of mistakes. We think that mistakes are bad. This comes from school, right?
Absolutely. Think about your time in school. You sit in a classroom, the teacher asks a question. You answer. If you make a grammar mistake, what happens? The teacher corrects you immediately. Maybe the other students laugh. You get a bad grade. So your brain learns a lesson. Your brain says, mistake equals pain. Mistake equals shame.
That is so true. I remember my French teacher. She was very strict. Every time I said a word wrong, she stopped me. "No, Lisa, pronunciation." After a while, I stopped speaking. I was too afraid to speak. I decided that silence is safe.
Yes, silence feels safe, but silence does not help you learn. In real life, outside of the classroom, mistakes are not bad. In fact, mistakes are necessary. You cannot learn without mistakes. It is impossible. Think about a baby. When a baby learns to walk, does the baby walk perfectly the first time?
No, of course not. The baby falls down, then stands up, then falls down again.
Exactly. Does the baby say, "Oh, I fell down. I am so stupid. I will never walk again. I am embarrassed"? No. The baby just stands up and tries again. We need to be like babies. We need to accept that falling down is part of the process.
That is a beautiful example, Valbert. Be like a baby. But as adults, we have egos. We want to look smart. When we speak broken English, we feel stupid. We feel like we lose our intelligence.
This is a very common feeling. We call it the intelligence gap. In your own language, you are smart. You can discuss politics, science, feelings. You can tell jokes. You are funny. But in English, you have the vocabulary of a 5-year-old child. You can only say, the sky is blue. I like pizza. This makes you feel frustrated. You feel like you lost your personality.
Yes, listeners tell me this all the time. They say, I am boring in English. But Robert, is it really true? Are we really boring or are we just simple?
We are just simple, and simple is not bad. Lisa, simple is clear. Simple is direct. Some of the most famous people in history used simple language. You don't need big, complicated words to connect with people. You need sincerity. You need to be real.
Sincerity. That is a good word. Being honest. If you're happy, say, I am happy. You don't need to say, I am ecstatic or I am overjoyed. Just say, I am happy. People will understand you.
Exactly. The goal of speaking is connection. It is not a test. When you speak to a person, that person wants to understand you. They are not checking your grammar. They are not counting your mistakes. They just want to know your thoughts.
I think we forget this. We think everyone is judging us. We think everyone is looking at us with a red pen. But actually, people are usually kind.
Yes, most people are nice. Think about yourself, Lisa. If a tourist comes to you and speaks your language with many mistakes, do you laugh at them? Do you think they are stupid?
No, never. I feel happy. I think, wow, they are trying to learn my language. That is respectful. I want to help them. I try to understand them.
See, you are kind, and most people are like you. If you go to America or England or Australia, people will be happy that you speak English. They will not judge you. So, rule number 1, people are your friends.
I love that. People are your friends. Okay, Robert, let's talk about the body, the physical feeling of fear, because fear is not just in the head, it's in the body too. When I'm nervous, my hands sweat, my mouth becomes dry, my heart goes fast. Why does this happen?
This is biology. It is called the fight or flight response. Do you know this term, Lisa?
Yes, but can you explain it for our listeners?
Of course. Imagine you are a caveman. You lived 10,000 years ago. You see a lion. What happens? Your brain sees danger. Your brain says, danger, run. So your brain sends energy and blood to your legs to run fast. It sends adrenaline to your heart. But because the blood goes to your legs, it leaves your brain. You cannot think clearly because your brain is preparing to run, not to think.
So when I speak English, my brain thinks I am fighting a lion?
Yes. It sounds funny, but it is true. Your brain thinks the situation is dangerous. It thinks if I make a mistake, I will die. Of course, you will not die, but your body reacts the same way. That is why your mind goes blank. That is why you forget words.
So we are fighting a lion in our heads. How can we stop this? How can I tell my brain, Robert, there is no lion, we are just drinking coffee?
We need to calm the body. If the body is calm, the brain will be calm. The best way to do this is breathing. I know everyone says breathe. It sounds too simple, but it really works.
Can you show us a technique?
Yes, let's do it together. And listeners, please do it with us. It is called box breathing. You breathe in for 4 seconds. You hold the air for 4 seconds. You breathe out for 4 seconds. Let's try. Ready, Lisa?
Ready.
Okay, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. How do you feel?
I feel more relaxed. My shoulders are down. My heart is slower.
Exactly. This sends a signal to your brain. It says, we are safe. We are breathing slowly. There is no lion. When you do this, the blood comes back to your brain. You can think again. You can remember vocabulary. So before a meeting or before a phone call, take 1 minute to breathe.
That is very practical advice. Okay, so we breathe, we are calm, but then we start speaking and suddenly, boom, we forget a word. This is my biggest fear. I am in the middle of a sentence and I forget the word for umbrella. I look stupid. What can I do?
Ah, the vocabulary gap. You know the idea, but you don't have the word. This happens to everyone, even to me. Sometimes I forget words in my own language. The secret is don't stop. Describe the word.
Describe it? What do you mean?
We call this circumlocution. It is a big word, but it means talking around. If you don't know the word umbrella, explain what it is. Say the thing for the rain or the object I hold over my head to keep dry.
Oh, I see. So instead of one word, I use a sentence.
Yes, let's play a game, Lisa, to practice. I will give you a word. Imagine you forgot this word. You cannot say the word. You must describe it to me. Are you ready?
I am nervous, but yes, I am ready.
Okay. Imagine you are in a restaurant. You want a fork, but you forgot the word fork. What do you say to the waiter?
Um, okay. I would say, "Excuse me, waiter. I need the metal thing, the tool for eating, not the spoon, the other one with the sharp points. I use it to eat my salad."
Perfect. The metal thing for eating. The tool for salad. Did the waiter understand? Yes. Did you get your fork? Yes. Success.
That was actually fun. It feels like a puzzle.
It is a puzzle. Let's try one more, a harder one. Imagine you are sick. You need a dentist, but you forgot the word dentist.
Okay, dentist. I would say, "I have a pain in my mouth. My tooth hurts. I need to see the doctor for teeth, the person who fixes teeth."
Brilliant. The doctor for teeth. Everyone understands this. Listeners, this is a superpower. If you can describe words, you can never get stuck. You don't need a dictionary. You have your brain.
This gives me a lot of confidence. I don't need to memorize every word in the dictionary. I just need to be creative.
Yes, be creative and use your hands. Body language is very important. If you want a fork, make a motion of eating. If you want water, make a motion of drinking. Communication is not just words, it is your eyes, your hands, your smile.
Robert, I want to talk about another problem, the pause. Sometimes we need time to think. We are constructing the sentence in our head, subject, verb, object. It takes time, but the silence feels very long. It feels awkward. People look at us and we panic.
Yes, the silence. We feel like we must speak fast. We think if I stop, they will think I don't know. But actually, pauses are normal. However, you can use a trick. Use filler phrases.
What if filler phrases?
These are small words or phrases that buy you time. They tell the other person, I am thinking, please wait. For example, you can say, let me think, or that's a good question, or how can I say this?
Oh, that is very useful. So if someone asks me, "What did you do yesterday?" and I need time to remember, I can say, let me see. What did I do?"
Exactly. When you say, let me see, you gain 2 or 3 seconds. Your brain has time to work. And you sound fluent. It sounds natural. Native speakers do this all the time. We say, well.
So we should learn these phrases. Let me think. Give me a second. How do you say?
Yes, memorize 3 or 4 of these phrases. Keep them in your pocket. When you're stuck, use them. It stops the panic. It breaks the silence.
I like that. It's like a safety net. Now, Robert, let's discuss accents. This is a very sensitive topic. Many listeners hate their accent. They want to sound British or American. They feel ashamed if they sound Turkish or Spanish or Russian. What is your advice?
This makes me sad, Lisa, because an accent is part of who you are. An accent is your history, it is your identity. It shows that you are from somewhere, it shows that you have a culture.
Yes, but people worry about being understood.
There is a difference, Lisa. There is pronunciation and there is accent. Pronunciation means speaking clearly. If I say Z instead of the, maybe it's okay. But if I say a word completely wrong and nobody understands, that's a pronunciation problem. We need to fix that. But an accent is fine.
Can you give examples?
Look at the world today. English is a global language. It belongs to everyone. It does not belong only to England or USA. When a business meeting happens in Japan, people speak English, but they have Japanese accents, German accents, French accents, and they communicate perfectly.
True. I think about actors too, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He has a very strong accent. Or Penelope Cruz or Jackie Chan. Everyone understands them.
Exactly. Nobody says to Jackie Chan, "Oh, your English is bad." No, they listen to his story. So listeners, please be proud of your accent. It means you are brave. It means you are learning a second language. That's a hard thing to do. It's a badge of honor.
A badge of honor. I like that. So don't try to hide your accent. Own it.
Yes, and never ever apologize for it.
Oh, this is a big one. Apologizing. I hear this so often. A person starts speaking, and the first thing they say is, "Sorry for my bad English."
Please stop doing this. When you say sorry for my bad English, what happens? You tell the other person, I am not good. I am weak. You put a spotlight on your mistakes. You make the other person feel uncomfortable. They have to say, no, no, it's okay. It's awkward.
So, what should we say instead? If I feel I'm speaking slowly or if I make a mistake, how can I be polite without apologizing?
Change sorry to thank you. This is a magic trick. Instead of saying, sorry, I am slow, say thank you for your patience.
Thank you for your patience. That sounds so much better. It sounds professional.
Yes, instead of sorry, I don't understand, say, can you repeat that? Thank you. When you say thank you, you show confidence. You are equal to the other person. You are not below them.
That is a very powerful shift in mindset from sorry to thank you, from weakness to strength.
Exactly. You are a communicator. You have something to say. Your ideas are important. The language is just a tool to deliver your ideas. It's like a truck. If the truck is a little dirty, it doesn't matter. The important thing is the cargo inside the truck. Your ideas are the cargo.
I love that metaphor. The truck and the cargo. Focus on the cargo. Robert, let's talk about practice. We need to practice to lose fear. But where? Many people say, I live in a small town. I have no native speakers to talk to. I cannot practice.
That is an excuse, Lisa. I'm sorry, but it is an excuse. You don't need a native speaker to practice speaking. You have the best partner in the world with you 24 hours a day.
Who is that?
Yourself. Talk to yourself. I am serious. Talk to yourself in your house.
Isn't that a little crazy?
Maybe a little, but it works. When you are alone, nobody can hear you. Nobody can judge you. It is a safe space. You can make mistakes freely. Narrate your life.
How do we narrate our life?
Imagine you were the star of a documentary. Describe what you are doing. For example, when you're making coffee in the morning, say out loud, I am walking to the kitchen. I am taking the cup. The cup is white. I am pouring the water. The water is very hot. I smell the coffee. It smells good.
I see. Simple sentences about the present moment.
Yes, this connects your brain to your mouth muscles. Many students think in English, but they don't speak. The muscles in your mouth need exercise, like going to the gym. If you don't go to the gym, your muscles are weak. If you don't speak, your mouth muscles are weak.
That makes sense. So we talk to ourselves. What else can we do alone?
You can record your voice. Every phone has a voice recorder. Record yourself speaking for 1 minute. Maybe talk about your day, or talk about a movie you saw. Then listen to it.
Listening to my own voice is painful. I hate it.
Everyone hates it, even radio presenters like us, but it is very useful. When you listen, you become the teacher.
You can hear, oh, I forgot the past tense there, or my pronunciation of TH was bad. You can self-correct.
That requires courage, but I agree, it is very powerful. What about reading out loud?
Yes, if you read a book, read it with your voice. Don't just read with your eyes, read it loud. This helps with rhythm and intonation. And there is one more technique I love. It is called shadowing.
Shadowing, like a shadow. What is that?
You find a video or a podcast, maybe a TED Talk, maybe this podcast. You listen to the speaker and you repeat exactly what they say. But try to do it at the same time or just 1 second after. Mimic them, copy their music.
Their music?
Every language has music, a melody. English goes up and down. Some words are long, some are short. When you shadow, you don't just copy words, you copy the emotion, you copy the melody. It helps you sound more natural.
That is great advice. So copy the actors, be an actor yourself.
Yes, be an actor. Fake it until you make it.
What about social situations? We talked about practicing alone, but eventually we have to talk to people, and that is scary. How can we make it less scary?
Start small, low stakes. Do not start with a big job interview. Start with something small. For example, if you see a tourist looking at a map, ask them, "Can I help you?"
That is nice, because you're the helper. You have the power.
Yes, or go to a cafe where they speak English, or join an online group. But here's a very important tip for social situations. Ask questions.
Ask questions. Why?
Because people love to talk about themselves. If you are nervous and you don't want to speak much, just ask questions. Where are you from? Do you like the city? What is your job? Then the other person will talk for 5 minutes. You just listen and nod and say, wow, or really.
That is a lazy trick, but very smart. It takes the pressure off you. You become a good listener, and people think you're a great conversationalist because you listen to them.
Exactly. You control the conversation by asking questions. You are the captain of the ship.
I want to talk about listening fear too. Sometimes I'm afraid to speak because I'm afraid I will not understand the answer. If I ask, "Where's the station?" and they answer very fast, "Go left, then right, then straight on the corner," I panic. I look stupid.
This is very common. But remember, you have rights. You are allowed to ask for clarification. It is not rude.
What can we say?
You can say, "Could you speak a little slower, please?" Or, "Sorry, I didn't catch that. One more time." Most people are happy to repeat. They will not get angry. They will realize, oh, this person is learning, and they will slow down.
So we need to advocate for ourselves. We need to say what we need.
Yes, do not just smile and nod if you don't understand. If you don't understand, stop the conversation. Ask. It shows you want to connect.
Robert, we have talked about many things today. Mindset, body, techniques, but I think the most important thing is consistency, doing it every day.
Yes, learning a language is like building a house. You place one brick every day. Some days you place a big brick, some days a small brick, but you must keep building. You cannot stop. Fear grows when you stop. Fear dies when you act.
Fear dies when you act. That is powerful. Action is the cure for fear.
Absolutely. If you are afraid to make a phone call, make the call. Do it afraid. Do it with shaking hands, but do it. After you hang up the phone, you will feel amazing. You will say, "I did it. I survived." And next time it will be easier.
It's like jumping into cold water. The first second is a shock, but then you swim and it feels good.
Yes, and celebrate your wins. We focus too much on the bad things. Oh, I made a mistake. No, focus on the good things. I ordered coffee. I understood the movie. I spoke for 5 minutes. Celebrate these moments. Be your best friend.
Be your best friend. I think we are often our worst enemies. We're too critical.
We are. We need to be kind to ourselves. Listeners, learning English is a long journey. It never ends. Even I learn new words every day. Enjoy the journey. Don't stress about the destination.
Robert, before we finish, do you have a final message for our listeners? A challenge, maybe?
Yes, I have a challenge. For the next 7 days, I want you to do one small thing in English every day. Just one small thing. Speak to yourself for 1 minute, or write a comment on a YouTube video in English, or sing a song in English.
Just do one thing. And do not apologize for your English. That is the rule. No sorry.
I accept the challenge, and I hope our listeners do too.
I hope so. You can do it. You are stronger than you think.
Thank you so much, Robert. This conversation was inspiring. I feel less afraid now.
I'm glad, Lisa. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
And thank you to our wonderful listeners. Thank you for giving us your time. Remember, your voice is important. The world wants to hear your stories. Don't let fear silence you.
Keep talking, keep smiling, and keep learning.
See you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.